Massachusetts. There were over 270 shipwrecks just in the year of 1910. The value of the cargo of those ships that was lost just in that 1 year is said to be over $800,000. Now, some of the treasure was salvaged, but it is thought that over 100,000 or even more is still missing. Now, this is just information gathered from that 1 year because it is said that over 500 wrecks by the year of 1877. In 1944, the American steamer Oregon sank by the Nantacket shoals light with over $8 million on board. The Italian steamer Andrea Doria sank in a collision with a Swedish motor ship, the Stockholm, in 1956. She sank about 45 miles southeast of the island with diamonds and china still on board. As a matter of fact, my aunt was there. She survived on Andrea Doria. Very famed and violent and vicious pirate named Edward Law plundered this area, plundered these waters. The interesting side note is that he really hated New Englanders. He would do terrible things to passengers or crew if he found out that they were from New England. One of the reasons for that is it is said that it was because he witnessed Captain Kidd's hanging occurred in London in 1701, and that hanging made a huge impression on him, and he vowed that he would never allow them to murder him that way. So it is also said that he did become insane. After his death of his young wife, Paul Williams is said to be the only pirate from Nantacket Island. We're talking about a different pirate now, Paul Williams. The reason why we mentioned Edward Law previously is because he possibly have buried some of his treasures right on that island of Nantacket. Paul Williams is actually from Nantacket Island, and it is said that he was the ship partner with the famed Samuel Bellamy, the Black Pirate, who, as you probably know, carried on his ship with a tremendous amount of treasure and wrecked off of Cape Cod, which was found, and I talk about it later. Garnet grains can actually be found right on Cutty head. Shell fragments, some absolutely perfect specimens of Austria, patricola, fola deformis, Venus marineria, marineria, Ilianassa odostomia, I hope I pronounced that right, have been found there. Now, they are very valuable. This is why I mentioned that. They are very valuable and very rare species of shells, also called Chrysodomus, Pillsby, and Stoney. So there has been an extinct species discovered here as well, called Miocene Pandora. Amber is also a mineral that has been discovered here. New Bedford, Massachusetts is located on Apponaganset Bay, and it was founded in 1760. It was a meeting place, a rendezvous for American privateers during Revolutionary War era. And number hauls from shipwrecks can still be seen in some of the muddy waters. And obviously, uh, many artifacts from various eras has been discovered all over town. New Marlborough, Massachusetts, is known for different things, but one of the things is famed Redbird stagecoach line. It was a station there. This is also a site of Cleveland gold mine, which was in 1867. So just those two facts alone can produce a lot of finds, artifacts, and so forth. Would be interesting to to check it out. Between Northfield and Greenfield, Massachusetts. Guess what's there? King Phillips Hill. And the thought is that there was a fort where King Philip once lived. And the remains of that fort still can be seen. It is still unclear if this was a Native American fort or something else. But certainly, Native American relics have been found in the Greenfield area. Pascomuck Boulder, Pascommuck Boulder. It is a site of a great Native American massacre that occurred in 1704. There was a battle between the settlers and the Native Americans. It happened right in East Hampton. If you enjoyed this program, please like it, subscribe it, and share it. If you would like to view the videos before they are published on YouTube, sometimes even a week before, because for treasure hunter, the right information received ahead of time can mean a difference between success and a failure, you can click on my Patreon account in the description below. In addition to some extras, you will also receive a full transcript of the videos, but most of all, your support will allow me to continue to do research and post more videos for you. And thank you for your support. Northampton is another site of a battle between the settlers and Native Americans. It was abandoned, however, in 1747, but it was resettled later. Quincy, Massachusetts. Quincy was a very interesting site known as Maypole Park because in 1620s it was known as a non-stop party site. Okay, the residents drank beer and danced constantly. So the other name for the area was Marymount, for obvious reasons. The Native American name for this area was Squanto. And there is also a legend that the Vikings landed here. Now, I mention this because when there's non-stop party, non-stop activity, this area can produce a lot of finds. There is another very interesting place called the Village of Pacano Kik. It's Native American village. It's spelled Pakanokik, and it was here, that village, when right to the village where pilgrims arrived. It was right here. The ancient name for this area was Nantacket or Petaxet, meaning falls at the mouth or falls in the brook. The only survivor of that village, of the great plague that killed the rest of the tribe, Squanto. Squanto was also known as Tisquantum, and he helped the pilgrims to survive the first winter in this new environment. There might have been ancient rock writings found here too. Hamrock is a Wampanoag that means shell place or rock carving. Chromasit Point in Plymouth County is a Wampanoag word meaning deserted fort. The reason why I tell you the Native American names is because a good treasure hunter must learn those ancient names for areas and regions. So, like names meaning deserted fort and rock carvings might lead to a super discoveries. 5 miles north of, we are still in the same area, and 5 miles north of Garnet Point in Green Harbour on Plymouth Bay, the British warship HMS Hazard was totally destroyed during the hurricane of 1714, and over 100,000 of sterling gold coins were lost. There have been some coins found over the years right in the sand. The British frigate Niger during Revolutionary War was wrecked here. Now in 1899 there was 2 schooners, Massasoit and Golden Eagle, that sank over here. So it is super interesting place to visit and explore. Sunderland, Massachusetts. Sunderland during King Phillips War was abandoned. Swansea was actually the first Massachusetts town attacked by King Philip in King Philip's War on June 24, 1675. And Rehoboth is just one of many King Philip War battle sites. And this is also a haunted battle site. Ghost fires can apparently be seen burning on the rocks, and voices can be heard. So the area, this whole area of those towns is a very interesting area for a treasure hunter. Revere, Massachusetts. The corner of Revere Beach Parkway and Railroad Street is an actual battle site. The Battle of Chelsea Creek, now known as the Mystic River, was fought here in May of 1775. Rockland, Massachusetts, in Plymouth County, was settled in 1730. It was once a Native American encampment, and there have been many Native American artifacts, relics found here. The encampment is now the Rockland Shopping Plaza. If you enjoyed this program, please like it, subscribe it, and share it. If you would like to view the videos before they are published on YouTube, sometimes even a week before, because for treasure hunter, the right information received ahead of time can mean a difference between success and a failure, you can click on my Patreon account in the description below. In addition to some extras, you will also receive a full transcript of the videos, but most of all, your support will allow me to continue to do research and post more videos for you. And thank you for your support.